Did you see the memo about this?
Yeah, I have the memo right here. I just forgot. But it's not shipping out till tomorrow, so there's no problem.
Hi. So this is a public service announcement. The reason we do public service announcements is because people are idiots and people need to understand what they don't understand so they cannot be idiots.
You're always the stupid idiot. You take lessons.
I took lessons.
Today, we're going to be talking about the radio system in Arma Reforger. Now, for those unfamiliar with the way the radio system in Arma Reforger works, you have a platoon channel and you have squad channels. And when you spawn in as a fresh person,
hey Bobby, look, I'm American. I think I'll use my credit card.
You are granted access to one of these squad radios, and your radio also talks to the platoon frequency, so that you all can communicate as a team. However, there is an enemy team which has the same setup. The good news is that these radio systems do not talk to each other, as in you cannot program blue team radio to talk to red team radio, and vice versa. However, there is VoIP in the game where you can hear the other team speaking on their radios if, for example, our blue team member here got his hands on a red team radio. Why is this important?
I tape them, try to learn their language a little bit, just basic chit-chat and so on. I do their hailing call against the hull.
This is important because in Arma Reforger, there are bases that need to be captured and connect radio signals to them. A lot of people think about this connection because you're able to spawn forward, but it is also useful because without having bases with radio signal, you are not able to talk to your team. Now, thankfully, in the default game, the developers have thankfully given us base code names, and they shuffle them every match. So let's say this base is called Coastal Base Chotane.
That's American, you just told about all day, bro.
And this base is called Chotane. How would I know, if I were on this blue team, what base the enemies were attacking if they didn't use these names, and they instead used the code names that the game gave them? If this one was callsign Gips, and I hear red team radio say Gips, I don't know where that is on the map. I don't know if it's Chotane or if it's Coastal Base Chotane. So I don't know where they are expecting reinforcements, they are sending logistics, etc. Now, thankfully, in the default game of Arma Reforger, when you capture an enemy radio, you are generally not able to speak on it. So what that means is if I try to talk into this radio, nobody on this team hears me, but if they talk, I hear them. Is that understood? I can receive but not transmit. This is a setting that each server can turn on and off at will. The server I decided to play on had no such feature, so it becomes very easy to how to code break this word, because generally you would have to do a lot of listening to enemy comms and observation to break these code names. For example, you'd have to be in local proximity chat with somebody. Let's say there was a red team member still standing here and said, I need help at Gips. I would understand if I'm at Coastal Base Chotane that Coastal Base Chotane is in fact now callsign Gips. I also could pay attention to, for example, a helicopter saying, I'm landing at Gips, and if I were able to see that helicopter while landing, I could also assume that this is callsign Gips. Because I have an enemy radio, I can do the immediate obvious thing and simply ask for a code name. At no point should you define a code name, a call sign, or any kind of secretive information over a publicly transmittable radio signal. As in, enemies can compromise this radio. Why would you transmit that information? Even if it was a friendly asking it, why would you transmit that information? In short, hopefully the PSA explains this. You have a radio, the enemies have radios. Don't violate your call signs over radio signal. Don't define them. I'm gonna play a clip now where you're gonna get to see this in action. Thanks for checking out the video. Don't be dumb.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Set a friendly on top of tower.
Yes, sir.
Be advised, they're dropping Americans on the hill above Gibbs.
Where's Gibbs located?
Bad.
Russian call sign Gips marked on map.
We have no supplies, no nothing.
Also, bonus PSA, if you get an explosive shot at you, maybe don't immediately group up on another person. Food for thought.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Gay!